Hello and welcome to my first Let's Play of this game called Edge of Space. This game, well, at first I didn't know what to do and I kinda almost lost my interest, but I started playing past 1, 2, 3 hours and I love this game right now. It's a really fun game. You have so much stuff to do that at first you can't notice it, but it's a beautiful game, a beautiful background with background music as well, and well, that's normal in the game's background music. Well, anyway, you can always check the keys here and all those things. I've learned by myself most of the things I know of this game right now because I rarely check the tutorials and anything else, so I just start guessing things. I've never played the multiplayer mode yet. I think you need to get a server or something, but you can always play in the single player mode. I have already 2 characters. You can always create a new one, a new avatar by choosing the gender and accessories. You have a lot of them, hair colors and all those things. I'm gonna play with this one. I've already done a bit of research with this one. I already created 2 worlds. I'm gonna create another one because on these 2 worlds I've already done a few things. So I'm just gonna start from the beginning so I can show you what this game all about and how to get started. Something like that, just create a name and click on the create world. And now this loading screen may take a while because it's creating the world, so just be patient. Almost there. Yeah, and we're here, so you start here in your base, and there's this friendly shark with a funny voice called Phineas. You can always right click over him. Okay, so you can right click on him and he will answer to many of the questions you may have. I usually click on this one. I didn't do this at first, but do because he will help you. And with the basic things, so for example, how do I pick up things I've placed in? Explain you that. And nothing right now, thanks. So as you can see, my character is already evolved in many things. I have a lot of things with me, but you're gonna start without almost anything. You're gonna start with the basic weapons, the basic tools. I have here, you're gonna start with this laser pick as well with the carbine, but I already explored on those worlds and I keep gathering things. If you change from world to another world, your character is already evolved from the previous one, so doesn't matter now. So you press the I key to go to the inventory. You can always add an helmet or no. And you have here your stats. Mine are a bit evolved at this point. And the upgrades, I don't have upgrades yet, but you'll get them eventually. Not sure about this yet. Then you can always press the V key to go to the crafting window, and this by default will appear. So you just, what I'm used to do, if you want to search for everything, not a specific thing, just click on the all, and then will appear the crafting list of the available things you have already to craft. For me, there's a few more things already because I already evolved this character, as I told you, but it will appear for you things like if you want to create again the carbines and all those things you already have, chest armor, helmet, and for example the basic workbench and all those things. You're gonna need to gather a bunch of materials from the soil to craft, like in many other games. And how to gather materials? And just with your laser pick, I'm gonna show you. Basic one, this one here, the one that will be given to you. Just keep holding the left mouse button and it will burn the earth, and if you pass over the areas you're like destroying, it will provide. At the left side you see what you will give to you. Every type of soil will give you a different thing. It will give you dirt, this will give you clay, and there's more things. There's metal tiles and all those things. And now I'm gonna change to the better one. You see the difference with this one? It will gather things faster. Well, it should just give me a second. Okay. It's much better than the basic one, but you'll get it eventually when you get more experience and you're able to create it. It's really good. And then the good feature of this game is that you have a jetpack. I already sold the basic jetpack, but you always have one in the beginning. And this is the jetpack bar. As you can see, if I start flying, it will start going down, and then you need to wait for it to recover. So if you jump a little bit, I'm gonna show you. Just wasting some. Okay, and I see if you jump a little bit, it will help your bar to recover. And this is the shield bar. If a creature attack you, it's gonna first lower down this bar and then will eventually hurt you and will lose health. But this bar also recovers by itself, but it takes a little more time than the jetpack, of course, so things will be more easier. So let's go back to the inventory, and there's a bunch of resources around the world. You can gather rocks, uranium, any other things from trees, and anything else. I already got a bunch of things here, of tools. And with your laser to gather things from mushrooms, you need to hit to the soil that they are. Then you'll get, let me show, gone too fast. You'll get like goo or something like that. Okay, and the world is big, you can always go down, but be careful. If you jump too high, you're gonna hurt yourself, so I advise you just, if you're on a long distance from the ground, you need to activate your jetpack and go slowly to the ground, okay? And there's some roots and all those things. And I crafted this thing. Hello, where is it? Basic laser saw. You will need to craft it later when you have enough materials. You can always do this manually or just automatically. Okay, I need one more rock to create it. You just click on science and it will craft it. I already have it on my number 4. And you can start chopping down trees and other plants with this instead of breaking down the ground, well, destroying the ground. Actually, for these trees, even if you destroy the ground, you're not able to gather anything from them if you don't have a saw. Okay, that makes sense. There's many creatures around. You can also, there's a bunch of achievements on this game. You can always press the J key, and see the tasks. They're active, I have none yet, and the billboard. You can always accept these things, these achievements, to make, and for example, kill bones and jellies. I'm gonna accept because you're gonna get rewards from accepting these tasks. Yeah, and you have time limit, so I'm gonna pass to my weapon. I have a better weapon right now, but the basic weapon is this one, this carabine. it has less, but you have always infinite on these two. I'm gonna use this one because it's stronger. I got it from, if you get enough experience, if you reach this bar here, you have to click on the left bottom of the screen and go to the item claim. You need to press on this claim if you have enough experience, and you will gain these things to your inventory, which I already got. Better armory, better tools, better weapons. Everything is good when you get more experience, and it's getting night here. One thing, when it gets night or when you go to a dark cave, you can see almost anything. Just let me kill this one. They have time limit for doing it. Excuse me, my bad aim. If you have two weapons, there's a change between them. You can always, when it's over, it will reload automatically, or just reload it yourself by pressing the tab key. So when it gets night and you can see the rest of the ground, I advise you, at first you won't have this weapon. These things will throw these lights around to the areas you want to see. Okay, it will illuminate the area, but as you don't start with this, I advise you to go to the crafting window, and you already have at the beginning the chance of creating a plasma torch. You can always, well, I'm just gonna go with the auto thing, and even if there's amount 1 here, you can always change it, and it will give you automatically 5 plasma torches. Go to the inventory. You need to pass this to these slots here, so it will appear here to select them. Okay, the first slots makes you able to select them. If you add here, it's not everywhere you can. It will provide you some light as well, but it spends resources, so I advise you to, after you evolve a bit more your character and gather more resources, to create this arc light. It's called arc light, and you have infinite as well, which is great. Okay, so let's kill some jellies because I have that achievement to make. The task, I mean. Just gonna go slowly, I told you. These frogs, these jumping frogs, won't harm you as well with snails. Snails won't harm you as well. But the thing, there's a bunch of crabs around the area. The crabs, the common crabs, docile crabs, won't hurt you. They will just pass through you like snails and won't harm you at all, unless you attack them. If you attack them, they will attack you back, strike back. And except for the snail, if you attack a snail, it will just appear that exclamation point, but it won't hurt you. Just the crabs. And what are you seeing here is that, I'm just gonna add some lighting here. These guys here, these things here are alien zombies, and you need to kill them. You need to destroy their nests. There's a bunch of areas that you need to dominate on this game. There's zombie nests, there's crab nests, and there's jelly nests. The zombie nests are the hardest ones to beat, because they will easily kill you. So you just need to be fast and destroy these nests, because they won't stop respawning. They won't stop spawning on these nests. And then you'll need to activate the bombs and evacuate the area and dominate it by doing it. Okay, so let's try to find some jellies. It's not easy on this dark night. Still a bit bad with these things. I know I'll get there someday. This is where my time is not still there. Yeah, when I kill one, I gain more time. Okay, it's finally day. Let's try to find the other ones. Yeah, see the crabs, I told you. Won't harm you unless you harm them. Just be careful not to hit them. There's another one. Only 3 left. And besides of these things I told you, there's more things you can do. If you start picking resources like, for example, dirt, rocks and mud, you can always pass them here and select them, and it will appear this awkward looking tool, and what happens is that it will help, it will make you able to build things on this world. You see, you can both destroy tiles and you can construct things, like you can make shelter or something with these things. If you, for example, if I change to rocks, it will add rocks to the soil. Okay, and to remove them, just use your laser. But things, don't forget that you always need these resources to craft more things. And if you, for example, want to craft a basic bench, just come here. Basic workbench. Have enough materials. And then now, it's a placeable items. You saw with what you saw what I've done with the plasma torches. You need to do the same thing. Go to the inventory, drag the workbench here, and select it, and place it anywhere you want. I usually place it up there, close to the shark, close to my respawn points, base, whatever. And then you can always come here and right click. It's not working, I'm not sure why, but usually I use the right click over it and it will lead me to this crafting window, and it will also help you crafting more things, if I'm not mistake, in the future. I need to kill more bouncing bellies. Oh, jellies, I mean. That's bouncing bellies. Okay. And let's check. Okay. And only need one more. Okay, this one is attacking me for some reason. Probably I hit it, I'm not sure about it. They are crazy, just don't trust them. Okay, task complete. And now you have rewards. On this, well, it was an easy test, so they gave me this. Claim items and then they will appear automatically on your inventory. Now let's go to another task. You can always choose between this and also this. These are areas you must dominate. You need to remove these nests, as I told you before. And let's try to enter on this area. Just be really quick, you need to destroy them. And what happens is that I shouldn't be close, because they will respond automatically, attack you, and they will like drain your health. So gonna self-destruct and respawn again and go back there. The things are saved automatically on the world, but the thing is that you really need to save the game. Just press X and click on save and it will save it for you. Cancel and oops. Not really careful with these things. Let's go back to the... I know there's... Okay, if you press key, you can spend your experience points to build new things. Like not only for your base building, but consumables, new tools, armors, I mean weapons, melee weapons. You can always have animals as pets. Just chicken, you can have a chicken, for example. Transportation and research tools, which is quite good. Pressing the K key. Okay, so let's try take a risk again.